Hello guys, good morning. You're welcome to my YouTube channel, the Explicit Tutorials. Alright, so this morning we're discussing biology, a topic called cross-pollination, and these are my numbers. Okay, now having written on the board cross-pollination, what does it mean? Cross. Alright, this is a type of pollination that involves two parents. Alright, in cross-pollination, two parents are involved. And what does it mean? It means the transfer of mature pollen grains from the anther of a flower to the mature stigma of another flower. Okay, please, the key word there is another, since it involves two parents. All right, it involves the transfer of mature pollen grains from the anther of a flower to the mature stigma of another flower. All right, so please take note of that. There are three conditions that enhance cross-pollination. There are three conditions that enhance pollination. What are these conditions? One, we have dichogamy. Dichogamy is one of the conditions that enhance pollination. Now, dichogamy is the opposite form of what? Homogamy, as we earlier discussed in our previous class. Now, dichogamy is a phenomenon in which the anther and the stigma of a bisexual flower. Now, I told us that the key word there is what? Bisexual. All right, of a bisexual flower mature or ripened at different times. Dichogamy is a phenomenon in which the anther and the stigma of a bisexual flower ripened at different times, not at the same time. Okay, now the same is homogamy. All right, number two condition that enhances cross-pollination is, okay, sorry. Now there are two types of dichogamy. We have the protandry. And protogeny. All right. Now protandry and protogeny are the two types of dichogamy. Now protandry is a process whereby the anther gets to maturity before the stigma. All right. The anther gets to maturity before the stigma. All right, the anther gets to maturity before the stigma. That is the protandry. Then as for the protogeny, the stigma gets to maturity before the anther. That is, the reverse is the case. If the anther gets to maturity before the stigma, that is the protandry. But if the stigma gets to maturity before the anther, that is protogeny. Please take note of that. The number two condition that enhances pollination is unisexuality. Alright, unisexuality. Now, unisexuality is a phenomenon in which a flower possesses either the female reproductive organ called the carpel or the male reproductive organ called the stamen. Alright, the stamen, which means that the male reproductive organ in a flower is called the stamen, while the female reproductive organ of a flower is called what? The carpel. Okay, that is what? Unisexuality. Example of such flower is purple maize. All right, they are unisexual flowers. Then number three condition that enhances cross-pollination is sterility. Now, for an organism to exhibit sterility, it means that such flower is not ready for reproduction. Okay, now sterility is a phenomenon in which a flowering plant makes itself to be what? Sterile. That is, it is not ready for reproduction. Now, know that during pollination, the stigma is what accepts pollen grains. Now, since the flower is not ready for reproduction, any pollen grains that come in contact with the stigma cause injuries to the flower. However, if pollen grains from another flower gets deposited inside the stigma of flowers that exhibit sterility, then there will come what? Reproduction. Okay. Examples of flowers that can make themselves sterile are: one, we have the tea flower. The tea flower can make itself sterile. Then 2, passion flower. The passion flower can make itself sterile, okay? So these are the 3 conditions that enhance pollination. 1, dichogamy, unisexuality, and what? Self-sterility. Please take note of that. Now, what are the advantages of cross-pollination? Advantages. Since they say 2 good heads are better than 1, it results to the production of variable offsprings. Yeah. Since it involves 2 parents, variable offsprings are what? Produced. 2, it also results to the production of offsprings which are highly adaptive to the environment. All right. So it results to the production of offsprings which have the ability to withstand or tolerate extreme changes in its environment. Then number three, all right, it results to the production of stronger offsprings. Yeah, they are stronger than the ones produced in self-pollination. It results to the production of stronger offsprings. All right, so please take note of that. These are the 3 disadvantages, or these are some of the disadvantages of cross-pollination. Now, what are the advantages? Okay, these are the advantages of cross-pollination. Now, what are the disadvantages? Disadvantages of cross-pollination. 1, it is not a sure way of enhancing pollination. Sure. Since it involves 2 parents, during the process, the other parents might not be ready for pollination. All right. Since it involves 2 parents, the other parents might not be available for pollination or for reproduction. Then number two, it wastes pollen grains. Yeah, it wastes pollen grains. It wastes pollen grains since there are 2 parents involved in this type of pollination. So this is where I'll call it a day on cross-pollination. Please endeavor to subscribe, like, share, and comment. Please, the name of my tutorial on Facebook, on YouTube, and of course on Facebook as well, is the Explicit Tutorials, and these are my numbers. Please, if you have questions, drop them on the comment sections and it shall be tackled effectively. Thanks for choosing the Explicit Tutorials. Please do have a wonderful day.